How this goes. Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations, and with me, as always, my chief analyst and boxing professional, just the man, Ender. How you doing, Ender?
I'm doing good. We had some good fights, entertaining fights, and very skillful displays this evening.
Yeah, so why not end it with Conor Benn versus Samuel Vargas for the WBA Continental Welterweight title. Before we get into it, let's have some of this.
Let's have it.
Are you ready?
As I was saying, welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations, and you are joining us for Conor Benn versus Samuel Vargas, the main event on Saturday evening. We've had a hell of a card up to this point, but this is the one that's going to top the cake, should we say.
Yes, this is the icing on the cake. This is the cherry on the icing. This is everything. And if you didn't know, Conor Benn is sponsored by Beats.
He loves a pair of beats.
Well, he loves the money to give him.
No, why not? But, yeah, Ender. I know we did the quick predict the other day, which everyone has obviously tuned in for. So, yeah, just give them the lowdown on what your prediction was.
Well, my prediction was that hopefully Benn will see him off in the later rounds. If not, he'll win on points. But I predicted a Benn stoppage in the later rounds.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be a good one, mate. I'm looking forward to it. I know there's a lot of people out there that have been looking forward to this one. And
give us your predictions if you're watching and tell us what you think. And Joel will pop them up on the screen there.
Yeah, definitely. We're always up for sharing predictions and
give us your thoughts throughout the fight.
Yeah, have you enjoyed the card so far? Let us know your.
Have you enjoyed our presentation?
Oh, this is it.
Have you enjoyed my pronunciation of presentation?
Well, as I say, Conor Benn is in the ring. So let's just see how this one goes, really.
The Dark Destroyer, Junior.
He looks good. Very good shape, doesn't he? Very good shape.
Vargas looks like a middle-aged man. That's probably because Vargas is a middle-aged man.
Well, this is it. But I think it's going to be, as I say, it's one of those fights. I went for rounds 1 to 6 for Conor Benn to win by stoppage. But it could go either way, couldn't it? It's one of those. You know, it depends on his approach, doesn't it? You know, we've seen him approach fights in different ways. Obviously, earlier in his career, he was taking the sort of style that Dad sort of implemented, didn't he? That sort of just go to war sort of way that he had. But as you know, as we saw him against Famella, completely different fighter, wasn't he, Ender? Came out, boxed really well, but to me, almost a punch-perfect performance, really, against.
Yeah, well, his dad did say that his son is more of a boxer than a fighter, that he was just a fighter, and his son is both a boxer and a fighter. And fair, nice, good and
what a nice comment to have from a legend. Yeah, he might be your dad, but I think he's the sort of dad that would tell his son if he weren't doing something right. So,
isn't his other son a boxer too?
Yes, there is another Benn, isn't there?
Yes.
Like there's another Eubank, isn't there? Because you got Chris Eubank Jr. and there's Harlem Eubank.
And does he turn a whiter shade of pale?
Oh dear.
But you know why I went with that?
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
yeah, that's all. The Battle of the Tattoos.
See, Vargas is only 31.
He doesn't look 31.
39 fights,
He
31
looks
wins,
older than
14
me.
knockouts. That's quite a resume, though.
It
He's
is.
been about.
But he's a tough fighter, and if Ben wants, as again, this is a gatekeeper to the world level. If Ben wants to get to that world level, he needs to put in a performance against Vargas, and hopefully we'll see that tonight. Because I was a fan of his dad's, and hopefully Conor will continue the legacy.
Well, this is it. I think we're going to see, aren't we, how far Conor Benn's going to go, really.
And more cornrows.
Yeah, you can't beat the cornrows. Everyone seems to. It's either a bald head or cornrows, isn't
I
it?
was going to say Vargas doesn't have cornrows. He doesn't have fucking hair.
That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. But
Hey,
yeah.
what can I say? And you're last of the Mohicans over there.
Well, I can only do what I can do. You know, I've gone back for the more slick back approach this evening. Just to say,
Are you auditioning for Heartbeat?
We have gone live across all platforms. Why not? We've gone to Facebook, we've gone to YouTube, and we've gone to Periscope because why not? It's the main event. We might as well do it, Ender.
Absolutely. But if you can, tune into YouTube and give Joel all your likes and your subscriptions.
Yeah, as I say, follow us there. If you're joining us for the first time, go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Tell us what you think of the fight. How do you see Conor Benn getting on in it, or is it going to be a Samuel Vargas victory? It's a tough one to call. A battle of the ink, as we were saying earlier. Two guys ready to go to war, and here we go. Mark Gunn is joining us this evening again. Evening, Mark. Thanks for joining us, gentlemen. You are a gentleman. Thank you very much for joining us.
And so it's black shorts against black shorts and black gloves against black gloves. But obviously Vargas has gold and Ben is silver.
And we're going for the one with the tattoos.
Yay!
The one with black shorts and the tattoo.
The one with hair.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Well, that's just Ben then. Actually, Vargas has a very similar haircut to you. He's got more hair on top than at the sides.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not going to sort of go into barber mode because I'm not one, but he's gone for a slight fade.
Fade, I think that's what the kids call it, all right. And he's got that. He's got that mark as well.
Yeah, he's got the old the line cutting there.
Oh, there's some lovely punches there from Ben. Oh, what a cracking combination from Ben. And Vargas is just.
Hell. Wow, go on.
It's over.
Bloody hell. Incredible.
That's a statement.
Well, let's
Wow.
I got it wrong. I got it wrong.
Well done.
But wow, what a performance by Conor Benn.
He came out with the blocks and he just
as Marcus rightly described it, holy shit. To be honest, Mark, right with you there, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. It was ferocious.
I said rounds 1 to 6, but you're kind of thinking more towards sort of 3 to 6 to get it going. But wow, what a performance. It's fair to say Conor Benn has arrived.
Yeah, and his ferocious punches.
Unbelievable.
And I have to say now, and I'm not a big tattoo fan, but I do like his ink. It's very it looks well.
What a performance.
He just looks scary, dude. He's a scary dude. But there were some big punches that he was throwing. Vargas seems a little bit upset that the referee stopped it, but I don't think the referee had a choice because Vargas wasn't throwing anything back.
He can't complain with that at all.
No, I think it's just more bravado after the fact than any kind of realistic.
Yeah. But like we said, you know, it's one of those. We're going to see who's kicking about to see what their views are, because this is that was unbelievable in my view. No one.
Absolutely.
No one.
If you're watching along, let us know what you thought of that. Like, the uppercuts and the hooks, and then the straight and the hooks and the uppercuts.
I think, to be fair, it was the caught off guard moment, because the
overhead rise.
Once he got going, he wasn't going to let up, and that's how it is, isn't it? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that straight followed by the uppercut, followed by the left hook, that really set it off.
Yeah, here we go. Mark's come in. Took way too many clean shots there. He'll watch it back and have no complaints. Yeah.
Well, I don't think he really does. I think it's just bravado and kind
nothing
of
came back. That was the thing. Nothing came back. And in the eyes of a ref, as Ender well knows, if nothing's coming back, then a fighter's in danger, because he's not protecting himself. He's not showing anything. So hats off to the referee there to make that sort of decision. But
I'm looking at it, and it's just pure
explosive is the word to describe that.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that? So Conor Benn wins in the first round.
That's definitely launched him onto world level.
Shocked, really, Ender. Shocked, to be perfectly honest.
But I'm so impressed by Conor. I mean, so who's at the world level for him now? Whose title could he look to challenge?
Yeah, my wife has jumped in. Unbelievable, 100%. I said that it was going to be rounds 1 to 6, but no one expected round 1. Not like that.
No.
Unbelievable. So Samuel Vargas, who was meant to be the person to cause the issues, be that almost gatekeeper sort of style person.
But but Benn just smashed the gate to pieces and just bowled through.
Yeah. And to be fair, we've heard it, haven't we, over the last few weeks, months. Florian Marcoux turning around and saying, "Yeah, I want Conor Benn." Would he have handled that?
No.
That flurry of punches, because you're under that.
I would actually like to see Marcoux and Benn, but I don't know if Ben's probably looking beyond.
You know what?
Marcoux.
I don't think he needs to. And that's nothing on Marcoux,
but Benn will be looking for a title fight.
Marcoux's doing the typical thing at his sort of time so far, isn't he? He's coming in and he's going, "Yeah, I want him, I want him, I want him." He's doing the name calling like you always do and all that sort of thing. But Conor Benn's just made a massive statement and said, "Well, fuck it, I'm here, and there's nothing you can do about it."
Yeah.
Like Conor always says, it's less of the talk, and if you can walk it, then you can walk it. Nicola Hopewell's with us. Nicola, what did you make of that?
Well, I had to the Benn fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to rewind it. I missed it. It was that quick.
To be fair, Nicola,
ferocious.
I think you pretty much summed it up there, Nicola. That you had to rewind to have another look at it. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
It was just got first round now. I think I've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
And I goes into the living room and he's
over.
Stopped it. I was like, wait, what's happening there?
Yeah, honestly, incredible. We've got some comments coming in. I think Vargas is a bit gobsmacked by that. He was almost laughing out of disbelief. Yeah, I don't think he expected it at all. Unbelievable. Mark Gunn, gonna throw a left field name out there, Kell Brook. Now that, do you know what? I'd still watch it though, but there is talk that it's going to be Conor, Benn, Amir Khan next.
Oh, really?
If I was Amir Khan, I'd start running.
Well, to be fair, I would start trying to put a bit of brick into my jaw rather than having a glass one if someone's going to come at to me like that, because you're not going to have a
We've
left.
seen Amir Khan, and Amir can't take a punch.
Hey! He delivers cheese. My wife, there she is. She's talking about, how sweet.
Aw.
She's just
I
a
love Rachel.
devil woman.
She's so cool.
So, yeah, bit lost for words, really.
Yeah, it's been an emotional night.
It has been an emotional night. For me, the fight of the night is Farouk, and
Yeah.
but the women gave an entertaining fight. But Marshall gave a very good display. And then Conor
She's
Benn.
talented, isn't she?
Let's hang on. Let's try something different. We'll say each fight. Did you watch all of them, Nicola?
No, I watched the one that was before Ebony. The one that was. I've been sparring and I needed a shower and my tea and everything. So yeah, it was quite late.
Yeah, shut up, Joel. What did you do today?
Yeah, what did you do? I only just sat down before Ebony's fight. I was like, it can't be on yet, surely. But it was.
Anyway,
yeah, we watched
before I get called out on my own show. Hang on, let's just go back. So, one word answer for each fight. Okay, that's what we're going to go with. One word answer for each fight. I'll obviously only ask Ender for some fights because you didn't watch the other ones. You were busy. I totally get that. No, not the commitment's not there. Hedges versus Jomelvich. How did you see that, Ender? One word.
Clinical.
Okay, cool. Campbell, Frolich. One word.
Novice.
Yeah, no, fair shout. I think he'd agree with that. Espinoza versus Cash Farouk.
Quality.
Do you know what? I was going to say the same word, and I genuinely mean that because it was, wasn't it?
But that's a really British word, quality. Like, I mean, Ireland, we don't use that, so I'm probably stealing the word there.
It was quality.
It really, really was.
Fight of the night for me as well.
Yeah.
Courtney Bridges. Nicola, one word.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Lively.
Yeah. I would say brave. I thought they were both stood toe to toe and they just went for it. And I think it was a case of who was going to get rocked and get covered in blood first.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. Savannah Marshall versus Maria Lindberg.
Did I say clinical already?
Quality, Nicola.
Yeah.
Did I say clinical already?
Yeah.
Was that for the first fight?
Yeah.
Professional.
Yeah, Mark Gunn's jumped in, by the way, and he's put clinical.
Yeah, so clinical is the right word for
you. Can't have that. So what word are you having?
I can have it if I fucking want.
You're not having
it. Craftsman-like, so craftsperson-like. I don't know.
He's making words up.
I'm not.
Craftwoman-like.
Craftsman-like, then. It was an excellent craft. Excellent. There. Excellent is the word of music. Have excellent. You won't fucking give me clinical.
You know what? I think that was clinical. Benn versus... No, I'm only joking. I genuinely... I thought masterclass, really. I think she picks her shots so well, Savannah Marshall.
She did.
And in my opinion, she is one of the best females on the planet. And
well, I think if she takes on Clarissa Shields,
She'll beat Shields.
There
There's
you
no
go, Nicola. Shields or Marshall? Who do you call?
Marshall.
Okay.
What would you say?
I think Clarissa Shields would beat her, but I think it'll be a ferocious fight. I think it should be
Be
the
a good
co-main.
fight.
Oh, it'd be an excellent fight. I think it should be the co-main fight for Fury and Joshua.
Yeah, we
Yes.
said what an undercard.
No, we
that
didn't
is.
say Joel. I said it.
We agreed.
No, I said it, and you went, yes, Enda.
I'm not having a marital dispute on here. Benn versus Vargas. What are you going with?
Quick.
Ferocious.
Quick.
Ferocious.
Nicola's going with rewind.
Yeah.
Nicola's going.
Rewind.
I was in my room. I'm listening to my tips. Oh no, wait, that's
So you going ferocious, Ender?
ferocious. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it was explosive, wasn't it? It
There
just
you go.
and Mark Guns jumped in and put demolition.
Yes.
Perfect word to describe it personally.
It really was, and he's still looking scary. Look at him. He's still like the
And
fight's
he's
over, man. You can
That
smile.
Conor Benn we just saw spins Amir Khan.
He destroys
100%.
Amir Khan. He smashes
does.
Amir Khan the whole way back to bloody Athens. Was Athens where he won his silver medal?
I think it was right back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And someone else has put stop endurances. To me, seems like a fixed game.
Well, I don't know how you call the last fight fixed, but
No, well, to be fair, Samuel Vargas looked shocked more than anything because I don't think he realised that.
well, I don't think anyone was expecting the ferocity.
Rachel's put, although Conor is a good fighter, he does look like he's chewing on a wasp.
I did say, like, the fight's over, he can't smile. He is just...
I think he's like that, though. He's just zone all the time.
Yeah. He's a resting bitch face, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those over the years.
Ooh! Someone sleeping in a dog shed tonight.
No, I didn't mean...
look, walk back.
Backtracking.
No. We're not all on rewind, Nicola.
No, stop deflecting.
She's put, yeah, he's just got that cocky look. I think it's just because he's put so much training in, because he's put so much dedication in and hard work. I think he's that.
But
Like,
if I absolutely destroyed a fighter the way he did, I'd be kind of smiling just a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean it in the sense of he's just he's in the zone all the time. He's in the zone.
Get in the zone. Hey, all my people on the floor, let me see you dance. Come on, Conor, lose control. Hey, Conor, they say you're gonna lose control. Get over here, I got something to show you. If you think you're so hot, then show me what you got. There you go, that's our song.
Just to let you know, my wife has put on here, yes, he is actually sleeping on the sofa.
Yeah.
And yeah, I am. Because
she can practice a resting bitch face in the bed for two. I'm over here now.
He would still sniff his armpits, though, Conor Benn's.
Oh, God, yeah. But, like, he's a bit young for me, but...
Mark is Ender shit-faced. No, he's on the max. He's on the max.
I'm actually going snowboarding. I'm going snowboarding after this. Because I think that's all you can do when you drink Pepsi Max is take part in winter extreme sports.
Oh, I thought you meant you were actually going. How can I say it's dark?
Oh, bloody hell.
Jesus Christ, Nicola. Do you not get this? I am full of shit.
I was listening, like, really taking it in there. Like,
bless.
doing what?
You make Joe look good.
You're making me sound intelligent.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I've been punched to the head too many times.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Well, don't go fighting with bloody What's her name? The
But
girl that won earlier?
while we're on here,
Ebony Bridges.
let's talk about you, Nicola.
Okay.
Yes, Nicola.
24th of April. You're on Fight TV, which is free to watch.
Yep.
Great card for the ladies. Got a full women's card. Yeah,
There
how
you
you
go,
feel?
Nicola.
How you
Can I ask
feeling?
you a question before you do it? Which do you prefer, women's boxing or ladies boxing?
I
Or do
don't
you
really
not give a
mind, to be
shit?
honest. No,
Yeah.
I don't really care. I don't mind. I'm not precious either.
So how are you feeling in the build up to your fight?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good actually. I'm on weight. I've been sparring good, so I've been sparring today, and I sparred in the middle of the week as well. So I feel like it's all coming together now. Like my camp next week, we'll be doing some like technical boxing bits, and then it'll be like just winding down because it's only 2 weeks today. So I'm quite happy that my weight's on point now, because that's always a bit of a what am I going to eat for the next 2 weeks. But I feel like now I can just continue how I'm doing. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm really excited, and it being an all-female card as well.
As you know, we'll be doing live watch along on here for your fight. And yeah, we wish you all the best of luck, and we'll be interviewing you after the fight. But yeah,
and now
I'll
Joel is going off to.
I'll definitely come on after the fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Good woman.
You got my word.
You go and have your little sleep. And
Joel's going to watch Men in Leotards, and I'm going to watch American boxing.
Right. On that note, Nicola, we'll see you soon. But you take care and thanks for coming on.
Best of luck, Nicola, and good luck with your training. And we'll be watching you on the night.
Thank you. Speak to you soon.
See you later.
Knock her out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And with us now, Luke from Sim Boxing.
How are we doing, guys?
Hey,
yeah,
Luke.
really good, mate. How are you?
Are you like on some kind of climbing frame?
It's just the way it's been painted.
I was going to say you've been playing with a masking tape or something in the background.
Yeah, absolutely, that's a little trick. I was thinking,
what a performance!
Sensational. I
were you expecting that?
But not that. No, I thought I predicted round 6, round 7. But yeah, so sharp, so fast, so powerful, unbelievable.
Yeah, what a step up! What a step up from the fight with Formella. Great boxing performance, wasn't it, against Formella? Pretty much punch perfect to obliterating a guy that's the gatekeeper to the world, the world level, and he's just blown into bits. So where do you see Conor going next after this?
Who would you like to see Conor fight next?
If I could pick, I think Amir Khan fight's great, but the risk versus reward for Amir Khan isn't there. He's not going to get the kind of money that he'll want for that fight with Conor Benn. Yeah. I think they'd try and push that as pay-per-view, and it's not a pay-per-view fight. But that would be the only way to get the money in that Amir Khan had asked for. Realistically, it's tough because you'd like to see Conor Benn go in at British level with the likes of Chris Jenkins, Michael McKinson, but he's kind of surpassed that at the same time.
Yeah, like I think tonight he
that
showed
victory tonight is above British level.
Yeah, he's at world level now, and that's where he'd want to fight.
Yep, I think. Imagine the build up to a Conor Benn Adrian Broner fight. Imagine the build up to that.
Oh, that's quite a nice call actually. Yeah. And I'm not a fan of Broner at all, but he's got that sort of swagger about him, hasn't he? That can sell a fight, even whether you love him or hate him. You want to watch him to get knocked out, or you want to watch him because you like him. So the Kell Brook name is flying around, isn't it, as well?
Well, I think Brook Khan is probably going to happen, isn't it?
Do you want it though?
But I think in a selfish kind of way, yeah, I do. I want, like say with Mayweather.
Well, that's my question out, Luke.
But we accept that Mayweather Pacquiao happened 5 years too late, but at least it happened, and we got some sort of answer to the question. You look back over,
we got closure.
Yeah, like Ricky Hatton, Junior Witter, we never got closure to that, or Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, we never got closure to that. So even in the more modern times, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, that fight looks like it's never really going to happen now. So at least if Khan and Brook fights, and it's at this stage of their career and the years past the best, at least it still happens. That's
But
my
you can
opinion.
understand why Joshua will not fight Wilder.
Let's not get onto that. We'll be here all night. Joshua knocks out Wilder quicker than Fury did. That's all I'll say on that.
I don't think so. Considering he made hard work with a fat Mexican, like
Styles might fights.
I think Wilder would have.
Anyway,
Wilder would have Joshua knocked out in the first 6 rounds.
we'll
Maybe it'll be a firefight for sure. It'll be a firefight for sure. It won't go the distance.
Certainly
well,
not.
and sticking with the current theme, as I have to go back.
Are you playing ref now, Joel?
Yeah, I have to. The Brooke Khan fight, if that was to happen, Luke, who do you see winning it?
I've always been Team Khan from day one. There's obviously the chance that Kell Brook knocks him out. Khan's delicate around the whiskers. Brook is very, very accurate. He's not the biggest puncher, but his accuracy is so good that it makes it more dangerous, more potent. So yeah, I picked Khan to beat Brook every day of the week on points. How about you guys?
Ender?
I'd go for a Brook stoppage and again, and if it went to points, I'd go with Khan.
Yeah.
But obviously, if Brook can stop him, Brook will win. Otherwise, Khan will win on points. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I can kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I've always been the other way and been a fan of Brook. And some of the fights he's been in, he's shown how much of a tough bastard he is, to be perfectly honest. With the broken eye sockets, even he didn't really want to stop those fights. He had to get pulled out because he's that sort of guy. They were 2 tough fights anyway, weren't they?
I think Kell Brook would be more likely to take the Conor Benn fight than Amir Khan would be.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, I don't think
if it comes to those two.
I think Kell Brook, Conor Benn would be quite a good scrap, actually.
Yeah. I think if Brook fought Khan and the winner fought Benn, which would be Brook Benn, and obviously if Amir came through it, would he want Benn? I don't think he would. But like you said, there's bigger fights for Benn at the moment than Kell Brook or Amir Khan.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
I think he's kind of shot there, isn't he? He's after this one. Before this fight, he could have turned around and gone, "Yeah, he'll take either of them 2." But now he's kind of elevated himself to another level where they're kind of still sat in that. There's no bigger fight than those 2 being put together, is there? That's kind of.
Well, that's kind of what they're left with now.
Yeah,
I think the worry with Conor Benn is that he's accelerating at such a rate that he's going to get into world title contention necessarily before he's had the right build up. He's 16-0. He's 17-0 after tonight. 24 years of age. If he goes in there and he beats an Amir Khan or a Kell Brook, and then he beats maybe a Maurice Hooker, another fringe world title contender, then before you know it, he's in there and he can't take a step back. He can't go back down to British level unless he takes a loss. Say if he lost to Amir Khan or he lost to Kell Brook, then he could come back down to British level.
Yeah, but then he'd have to go back and regroup.
While he's winning, he's not going to take a step back. I think David Avanesian could be a good shout. That's a name that's not really been chucked in there.
Actually, yes. Yeah. And it would be a tasty fight.
Yeah, I spoke to Carl Greaves about that.
Great guy.
And said, obviously after David's fight, Conor was there, wasn't he? He went out the back, he congratulated him, and they were all hugs and all the rest of it. And Conor said, see you down the line. And I thought, actually, that's a really good fight. They are 2 tough individuals. Yeah. But David's got his eyes set on other stuff as well. So
yeah, I'd say Avanesian at the minute is Avanesian's probably like 1 step ahead of Conor Benn at the minute in terms of where he's at with his career, with having that European title, the win over Josh Kelly. I think Avanesian's next fight is a world title eliminator, where I don't think Conor Benn's at that level just yet. But he's not far behind.
I think 2 more, and I think we could be seeing it. So
I don't think Josh Kelly will want to fight Conor Benn.
No.
You know, I picked it. No word of lie. I'm not an after timer. And there'd be tweets to back me up. I said Conor Benn's all wrong for Josh Kelly, and this was before the Avanesian fight. And again, bookies odds don't. You know, it's not the be all and end all. But when Conor Benn first called out Josh Kelly, and they put the odds up for a potential fight on Sky Bet, you could get Conor Benn at 7-2 to beat Josh Kelly. When Josh Kelly lost to David Avanesian, they both went to 11-10 on. So Conor Benn went from 7-2 against to 11-10 on because Josh Kelly lost. So these definitely.
Well, I can imagine after tonight, he'd be odds on and back against Josh Kelly.
Yeah. But,
I think it's gone like that. It's gone the other way. So,
but I always felt that Josh Kelly was all silent, no substance. You know.
Yeah,
he was.
You can't argue with that off his last performance.
Yeah, because I mean, I backed the Avanesian easily to win that fight. Now, I couldn't believe the odds I was getting. So, you know, I kind of I did suffer some losses from Lomachenko. Now I have to say I did lose out there. I did not expect
most people lost on that.
Yeah, but I made it up with Avanesian over Kelly because I couldn't understand why Kelly was even remotely called a favourite in that fight.
You know, if we're showing off our underdog picks for bets, I done well last December. I had Lyndon Arthur on points over yard. I thought that was nailed on, and I had Joe Joyce to stop Daniel Dubois.
Oh,
yes, I won. Not again. I'm not after timing here. I won money on Joyce versus Dubois as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? Joyce Dubois was always an interesting one because Joyce. I'm trying to mix them up there. Joyce was why they made him an underdog in that fight. That baffles me because with his experience and
that's why
handful. He's such a handful, and I think if we do get to see Joyce versus Usyk, I can't see Usyk winning it. I genuinely think Joyce is a tough guy.
Might be a bit too soon.
And
I think Usyk won't stop Joyce.
No.
And, you know, you think Joyce would get to him at some point in 12 rounds, but I can't. That's such a tough fight to pick.
I'd still side Usyk on that fight.
That's for another day, isn't it? You know, we could talk all night about fights coming up and everything. But like we say, you know, British boxing for me at the moment is just absolutely booming, and you know, it's such. You know, we're being spoiled at the moment by Eddie, really.
Yeah. And going off his tweet today, there's a lot more shows announced, and there's a couple in Manchester, which I'll be looking forward to.
Yeah, 2 Manchester shows coming up.
Yeah, I'll be well up for that. Getting to the press conferences.
And I'm getting my COVID jab on Wednesday, so I could even get over to the UK because you're open.
You can stay with Luke. He's got a spare room he's doing up.
I thought I was staying with you, Joel, on the couch.
We'll all get an Airbnb. We'll all the boxing media stay together.
Oh, sounds good to me. It'd be nice to meet you, Luke, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be times in the future once this COVID situation blows over.
We just want to, you know, because me and Ender appreciate your support as well with stuff that you put out on Twitter, but we just want to give you a shout out at Sim Boxing.
Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, you know, your knowledge is
quality interviews, and you just do your homework and you work hard, mate, and wish you all the best for the future.
Yeah, thank you, boys. Well, I'll leave you to wrap up your show, and I'm sure we'll catch up again in the future.
We'll still be here at 1.
Well, he might, but I'm going to bed now. Some of us are over 40. Some of us need sleep. Actually, I'm going to bed because I'm getting up for the American fights. Are you watching them tonight, Luke?
I'm going to be stuck between watching the American fights and watching WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah! Are you under 40, Luke?
Oh, I'd like to think so. You know, am I looking over 40?
No,
I actually didn't think you were. I was just saying, because if you're under 40, I'll allow it.
Oh, that's really kind of you. On that note, thanks for coming on, Luke, and we'll catch up soon, mate.
Absolutely. Have a good night, boys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
enjoy your WrestleMania and enjoy the proper boxing as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, mate. what a lad. It's always nice to have Luke on. He's always good with his opinions and just a
And
top lad. Works really hard on that channel. And
great knowledge as well. I mean, he's
really lovely guy. We'll just finish off with some of our comments. Mark Gunn said, good luck, Nicola, for earlier.
Best of luck, Nicola. We're all behind you.
Top girl. And Ryan's jumped on last minute and said, Rachel, why are you talking about smelling armpits? It's something that Rachel does. But just leave it there.
I can see why Rachel does that. I'm sorry. I'm an armpit guy as well, Rachel.
But on that note, Ender, thanks as always.
You're welcome, and I really enjoyed tonight. Now there was a mixture of fights, a mixture of skill, a mixture of just pure guts and determination, and then just pure destroyer mode. The Dark Destroyer. Well, the Dark Destroyer is reincarnated.
His dad showed up tonight, didn't he?
That was ferocious.
Brilliant.
Well done, Conor Benn.
So hats off to all the fighters, as we always say on this show.
Absolutely, everyone that got between those ropes, well done to every single one of them.
We hope they come out of it safe and healthy, and no long-lasting damage. Wish them all the best for the future. There's been a lot of people made tonight. Ender will just end on it. Fight of the night for both of us. Cash Farouk.
Cash Farouk was fight of the night, and display of the night belongs to Conor Benn.
Yeah, brilliant. So,
and again, Ebony Bridges and sing a song. We have to sing a song.
Rachel's put on that we've got to end with a song.
We've come a long way.
I think we were going for a bit of madness, weren't we?
Oh, we were.
Hang on, let me see what I can.
One I know now, not some one that I don't know.
Yeah. What ones do you know?
The House of Fun, anyway. Or what's the other one? It Must Be Love, but that's a bit corny.
Let's Our House. Should we go for that?
Yes, Our House.
Right, hang on, let me get.
Now you're going to have to sing the verses. I'll just join in with the chorus.
That's fine. We can go with that.
And while he's finding that, I'm just going to distract you all.
Right, I found it. So, hey, less of the time for the distractions. Here we go. So, we're going to go for a bit of Our House by Madness, as we always end on a song on this show. I don't know where this came from. It just came out of nowhere.
Came from me just singing one evening.
Didn't someone write in the comments, because they saw us sing one week, that they said, why don't you end on a song every week?
Someone did do that, yeah.
It's their fault. If you don't like it, it's their fault.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with Madness, Our House, just to top off the evening. People, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoyed JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creation. And Ender, always lovely to spend the evening with you, mate. You're a top bloke. And
John. One day we'll spend the evening closer than you hope.
Well, there we go. I will lock the doors double.
And I will double knock them down.
Thanks for coming on, as always. And, great fun. But let's go for it. Let's go for it. Ready?
Yes.
Father wears his Sunday best. Mother's tired, she needs a rest. The kids are playing up downstairs. Sister's saying in her sleep,
Oh,
brother's got a date to keep. He can't hang around. Dun, dun. Our house
in the middle of our street. Our house
in the middle of
our street.
Our house, it has a crowd. There's always something happening, but it's usually quite loud. Our mum, she's so house proud. Whoa. Nothing ever slows her down, and the mess is not allowed.
Our house in the middle of our street.
Our
house
in the middle of our street. I'm loving the time delay.
I know it's confusing both of us.
Hang on, let's just go straight to verse 3. Otherwise, we're going to be here all night. Father gets up late for work. Mother has to iron his shirt. Then she sends the kids to school. Sees him off with a small kiss. He's the one they're going to miss in lots of ways.
Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our street. Is that enough?
And Rachel's come in with "Give It Up Now." So on that
We
note,
should have finished with a rap from what's his name?
X-Gon, give it to you.
Yeah, X gon' give it to you.
Just to say, yeah, rest in peace to Prince Philip. Such a random combination. Prince Philip and DMX, who both passed away sadly yesterday. All goes out to the family. We hope they're all okay. And to the Queen especially. 73 years with the same person. Wow. Love goes out from JG's Fight Talk to all the families and friends. But yeah, Ender, as always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming along.
You're welcome. Always enjoy the ride.
If you're joining us for the first time, and
please come back.
All the rest of it, come back go onto YouTube, hit the subscribe button, check out the rest of the content.
Hit a few like buttons.
I know.
Like
I'll definitely be here next weekend. Whether Ender is, we don't know yet. But we'll be covering the Jake Paul one. Just because we're so desperate to see him get knocked out, we need to see it live.
There's a few tasty fights in the undercard, actually.
Yeah, to be fair, there's a lot of big fights coming up now, and Rachel's also said Nikki Graham died today, who was a lady from Big Brother.
She
very
was,
sad. Anorexia.
Anorexia, the poor girl. And I think somebody else fairly famous died today. I thought I read as well.
It's been difficult sort of 18 months, hasn't it? Overall, really, for a lot of people. But
it has obviously with the COVID and everything. I mean, But anyway,
look after each other.
If you're watching the wrestling tonight, enjoy it, and one day you'll grow up. And if you're watching the boxing, enjoy it.
And thanks as always, mate. And
no problem.
So basically, that means have some of this.
Have some of this. Togishin.
Whatever he said.
Are you ready?
And just before we go, it was Paul Ritter from Friday Night Dinner who passed away.
Yes.
Massive love to his family, because I'll tell you, I absolutely bloody love that program.
Oh, his deadpan humor.
What an actor. And love goes out to everyone. So, yeah, take care of everyone. And love to you all, and we'll see you all soon.